Hey, please do not forget to like and subscribe. So, the cinematic motion picture for the movie Tarot is incredible. It also shows the bespoken solutions to human tendencies and how our human tendencies require personal growth. This movie, like I said, it is incredible. Okay. 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 The Tarot, not the movie, is a deck of cards who personify a particular quality or an archetype, as well as events and ideas that occur. Each tarot card has a personification and an event or an idea. The tarot movie I will be talking about and relating to the allegory of the character Haley. The death card is what Haley pulled for her theme of her tarot's reading. Haley pulled the death card. We'll get to the death card later. I will be using this tarot deck by Intuitive Kev. Hi. There are like this unspoken rule in tarot to not use cards that are drawn on because the cards can be hexed, cursed, or ritualized. These words are unspoken, what I'm saying. How do you know if a card deck is cursed, hexed, or ritualized? Excuse my soft language. I have a Chiron in Scorpio. Murders will be occurring around you that you will need to seek outside help to understand. This person sees you as being single, sexy, and successful. This person, they were bondage to people who were of destruction. And this person, they did not want to manipulate you like how these others had been manipulating their achievements. So they avoided you. But I do see that this person finds you single, sexy, and successful. This person feels bondage to you, unlike they feel towards others. They had been manipulated by others in believing that their choices in life were not supposed to happen. These people that I'm referring to that made your person believe that the choices that they had in their life was wrong are people of many names. You can call them people who stay on the ground. You can call them the wild beast when they're in solitude. These people that were in this person's life had manipulated them into believing that they had no they had no future for themselves in love and what they absolutely wanted to do since a child. This person, they did not want to manipulate you. So instead, when they met you, they came off as destruction. This may definitely caused a breakup between the two of you. Yet they were bondaged to you, but they came in like a tornado. Destruction. That's the vocabulary that's here. And with that, destruction actually made the two of you have a lot of conflict. Although their words were destruction, from trying to escape crazy people, they were bondaged to you. And this person had tendencies towards you that they did not have with others who may had manipulated them into thinking that what they knew to be true to their heart was false. Self-love, rising star, travel, courthouse. There was a lot of conflict between the two of you. This person, they refound their lost identity by choosing you instead of the manipulation that they had gone for years after years after years with others who blamed them or false hope for what was true about this person's identity, about what they were about. About what was placed in their heart. And this person had forgotten their soul. This person was lost. And now that this person had to relearn self-love, had to relearn about their rising star. That's a vocabulary term that is here. They had to relearn about their dreams of what was placed in their heart as a child after dealing with years and years and years of accommodating abuse, manipulation from others who were envious, did not respect what was going on. They didn't know this was happening or how bad it had become. I'm seeing that your person was always a person of self-love. But they had to accommodate around people who were wild beasts in solitude, who stay on the ground for years and years and years. There was a lot of conflict with you because this person had absolutely no self-love after having their self-esteem broken by these people who they wanted to bring with them on this journey, surely. But they broke this person. And that was why this person, all they had in their head and what they knew about was conflict, conflict, conflict. And it wasn't like this as a child. It's just that they had gone through so much where their self-esteem was so lowered by these people. And they didn't want to be manipulated by any of them, but they didn't even know that they were a rising star. Again, like they just knew that these people were just tearing them down. That's all they were suggesting about the people who they wanted to bring with them on this journey, or who stayed, or they were conflicted in their head, in their body, and in their soul. And when they met you, they were bondage to you. Yes, they see you as sexy and successful, but all they knew was conflict. So you guys separated because that's what they had seen years after years after years. They even forgot who they were placed on this earth to do, who and what they had to do on this earth, and what they were so excited about as a child. Bliss, divine masculine, twin flame, surprise. The thing is, the connection with this person is your twin flame. And these people, they wanted the two of you to believe that twin flames didn't exist, that what was placed in your heart didn't exist. Your rising star, your dreams, quartz house came up. What you had already bespoken to yourself as a child. And when you try to communicate with these people for the first time, they blamed you for all that was happening in their life. Or they were a wild beast towards what you wanted. Or I hope I'm saying the right words. That's the vocabulary I'm getting. Like, there's bliss, divine, masculine, twin flame, a surprise. You had dreamt this as a child, that this twin flame of yours was going to be this big surprise. Your divine masculine, somebody to help you on this journey. You had bliss about this. But when you guys met, there was conflict. After years and years of going back to false knowledge from people you thought that you could bring with you on this journey. You may have had to hear words like, oh, you're pitying yourself, or you're doing this, because they were upset about that they didn't have... I, they they were upset that they hadn't gotten off the floor. They've been on the floor for years. It gotten so bad, this conflicts between the two of you. It was really bad, terrible. This even has RIP transition. This may have even been like death threats going on between the two of you. This love connection. We have an entity attachment, nice guy, unbothered. They made you believe that everything is fine, everything is okay. Look at us, we're just chilling. They even could had conflicts about your relationship with this person, because I'm seeing that they tried to convince you that's either what you were feeling on the inside about your twin flame was not real. And this was something that you dreamt of as a kid. This person, they just didn't support anything. Even if you were in a relationship, they wouldn't had supported it or pointed out anything sufficient that's helped with a healthy future. They didn't support personal growth about what you had in mind. And this may have been somebody you thought that you could bring with you on this journey at one point, because they would show up in your life. Because I feel that as a child, you really were to yourself. You definitely hadn't had a plan to bring really anybody with you on this journey. Because you had this rising star. You know, something was placed in your heart about what was going to happen for your future, you know, love, relationships, healthy relationships, attractions, um, risk with these people who did not want to get off the ground. They would hear you being abused. They would see you being abused. And this really hurts you to the point where your body ingested this way of viewing life as this is about to be a conflicted life by dealing with these kinds of people. That's, yeah, I did want to bring with me on this journey. So when you met this person, there was a lot of conflict, the two of you. Okay. I do see third party sitch, abuse, starseed, rich guy. There may had even been a third party in the situation with your twin flame. This third party even believed that real relationships did not exist and that relationships were about abuse. third parties were fine, twin flames are not real. It's what this third party who stayed with your twin flame believed. And this was another conflict that's happened between the two of you. You may had felt abused, and this third party just did not believe that the twin flame relationship was real because they as well was on the ground. They have never gotten off the ground after years. A wild beast in solitude is what that third party person is. Because we have a starseed and a rich guy. They're actually abusing the twin flame relationship that the two of you have. Unknowledgeable about future plans, love. And this felt abusive to you. You felt abused. This person was really hurting you by doing this. Because they decided to stay on the ground because they're a wild beast in solitude. And they were blaming you for wanting a twin flame relationship. This was another conflict that the two of you and your person had to go through. This abuse. May had even brought the two of you closer, although it did tear you apart at first. You may had not even knew this, but you and your person were actually imprisoned in imprisonment with people who had an evil eye towards your pathway that you were going towards the light. They had an evil eye about healthy family dynamic. They had an evil eye towards your pathway, what you were destined to go to, what you knew true to your heart that you do absolutely anything to have. You got beaten down so bad by these people, you may have even experienced amnesia about something that you, as a child, would had absolutely loved to just experience and have and hold tight and dear to yourself. They had an evil eye towards you, and it really messed up your psyche. And these were from people that you may had never expected it from, because they come off as nice. I'm seeing that there was so much conflict between the two of you. There is a lot of animosity that the two of you had towards each other. This was a manifestation that the two of you had after having dealing with possibly people from your family, ancestors, or people in general. You manifested animosity in your head when you met your twin flame. Divine Feminine. You have Flying Monkey, Confusion, Illusion, Faith, Work, Labor, Efforts. You were confused. I'm seeing there was a lot of illusion about the flying monkey. And when you met your twin flame, you just only had a surface level idea about the situation. Let's just have faith. Let's just work, labor, and efforts. And y'all were both like, heck no. You guys could be two people who really just don't like dealing with ordained things like others may be dealing with. Or you guys just knew something in your soul was like, something is up around you. And so when you two met, there was a lot of conflict to get to the solution, and you guys had to break up because there was like confusion, illusion about what the two of you had originally thought would work. Like, let's just have faith, let's just work, let's just do our labor, let's just do our efforts. But the two of you couldn't possibly just have this relationship just about that, because it was so strong. It had to be more. It had to be a pathway, a light, a childhood dream that's the two of you can have together. Like, it was way more than just work, labor, and efforts, the tangible things that is supposed to be what these flying monkeys want. I don't, what these wild beast flying monkeys in their solitude, look like, y'all couldn't do that. That's why you guys, when you had that encounter with each other, there was conflict. Because y'all were living in a life of faith, confused about faith, and let's just work, labor, efforts. Well, you guys were way above work, labor, and efforts. You actually have a plan for your life. You guys had a plan for your life. Love. You guys were fighting with each other, this conflict, because of neither one of you could put into words, like, we know this is wrong. This work, labor, and efforts that they're trying to push us in is so wrong. And they're all like, what are you doing? And you're like, well, what are you doing, you arrogant person? They could have thought that you were living off of faith of work, labor, and efforts when you were different than the others. So this is going to make the others really disperse, and y'all will get into a reconciliation with each other. So this person, they still want to reconcile with you, although the both of you had all of this conflict with each other. This person, they feel like you are the boss, that you can heal them. They trust you. They had a expectation of boss, godly like about you. And there is emotional pain healer. So this person had to regroup themselves and rework their mind to reconcile with you. Because I feel that every time you guys try to get something out of life, try to get money, or what it is, you have it. It didn't work out for either one of you, no matter how hard you guys tried that direction. This person wants a commitment with you. They want to end this with a commitment with you. Possible marriage, possible child. The number 3 is here. There is also abundance. And for you to move on. Ice King, voodoo, achievements, chakras. So this person is a Ice King. And you both have a lot of achievements. And now I believe that the two of you can see this within each other. But before this, you guys had a lot of conflicts about each other's achievements because you knew that it was wrong. You know, when I first started reading tarot, I was so hesitant about reading tarot. I can tell this story now. I don't know if I will share this later, but it pops up in my head when I get to this kind of topic. So I was like, I literally was on the floor. Like, I think I even cried about this. I was dreaded from my head to my toes about reading tarot. I was just dreaded with the idea. I thought I was doing something wrong about this. Because it's work, ignoring my psyche, ignoring what was going on. I knew something was up. And when I left tarot, my channel actually got deleted. I deleted my channel because even then I thought that I was doing something wrong. And I couldn't pinpoint what I was doing wrong. But I knew it felt wrong about the work that I was doing. Divinity, priestess, health concern. So you may even have a health concern that you really need to heal from. This person wants to reconcile with you and take care of you with these health concerns that you have. Okay, the quote by